Hello everybody, welcome to Fruitful Trees, and it is right in the middle of a hurricane right now, but nothing's happening here because we were so blessed that the hurricane missed us completely. We just had a little wind and a lot of rain, but nothing like what they're getting on is going on right now on the other side of the state, about 2.5 hours from here. One of the top recorded hurricanes ever in USA history, almost a category 5. They're just a couple of degrees away, or a couple of miles per hour per wind away, 150 or 155 winds miles per hour. That's in a Fort Myers, Sarasota area. So I just hope everyone there is doing great, and you're safe and your trees are okay. But I put a video out 2 days ago or yesterday about the hurricane, how to prepare for it, and I showed people this. This tree here was staked with this little thing, and I put these metal stakes here. And I'm so thankful for the viewers because they gave me an excellent tip, and I thought I got to make a video and let people know that. Not one, not two, but 3 people said, do not stake your trees like this during a hurricane, because only up to the area they're staked will they be okay, and the tops will break off if it gets very windy. You see, the thinking was that this would be nice and strong, and it is down here where it's staked, but the stakes end here, and this top will get very windy. However, if I would have left this alone, what the people were saying were the tree will grow, blow back and forth, and it'd be a less chance of breaking at all. So that is an excellent tip and something I've learned. As a matter of fact, if there was a real hurricane here, I'd probably cut these stakes off and let it blow back and forth. It was an excellent tip. However, this was a newly moved tree, and this tree was just put in the ground here a couple of days ago, maybe about a week ago. And I want the roots to take. I want it to take, and I don't want anything to move the tree. So this is excellent to protect the tree from light winds that are going to move the roots and cause the tree from taking in its new spot. So I'm thankful that I did this, and I'm not regretful for it. However, I could have been regretful if there was a strong hurricane that snapped it. So for trees that are well planted in the ground and it's swaying back and forth, I think I'm in agreement based on the 3 viewers, and I'm sure there's more of you. It's better to let the tree sway. But in a case like this, if it's a newly planted tree, I like the idea of the stakes in the ground over something like this. So this will be okay for a small plant in a pot maybe. But once you get them in the ground, stake them are very nice. Well, there were a lot of winds last night and a lot of rain last night, and the trees love the rain. That's another great and important thing, is the rain. So these new trees that I moved are loving the rain, and that's going to help tremendously. So prayerfully, that'll take very nice. We'll see. And all my other trees seem to be doing well. This was a tree I was thinking about topping before the hurricane was supposed to come, or to see how it goes, and I ended up not doing it. It's definitely too tall, and I'm going to top it. That's my super Haas avocado after I pick off of those avocados off the tree. But it's doing fine, and it's just a great example of the resilience of the trees. It was swaying a lot, so that's going to be cut next time. This Mamey here is another nice skinny tree. And another tip that people gave me, and I love your tips and suggestions because we're all learning, we're all growing, get it, growing, but cut a lot of the leaves off, or cut a lot of the bushiness off the tree, so the wind doesn't make it sway too much or impact it too much. So those are some tips. I've been through several hurricanes, but not since I've had a fruit forest like this. You see here, my neighbor over the fence here, he has some trees. That's an Angie tree, and new growth on there. It's loving the water, loving the rain. It's really nice. It's coming along great. And that's a great thing about having neighbors that grow trees. So this Mamey behind me will grow over this way. I have some other trees that'll grow over. He'll be able to benefit from that. That Angie tree is going to grow over this way. So, you know, if you don't want it, you could always cut it, but who doesn't want fresh mangoes and fresh Mameys? So that'll be a benefit for both of us. You see here behind that is a egg fruit tree. I personally don't like egg fruit, but that tree's going over that way on my side, and that is an orange sherbet tree going on his side. I would guess and think after he starts loving the orange sherbet, that he'll probably cut back that egg fruit tree and let that orange sherbet take over half of his yard, because orange sherbet is much better than Canasteel. So I gotta mention that to him, because that'd be a good idea for him. These Hass avocados are looking wonderful. Look at that, nice. That one's big. I'm hoping on this Hass avocado that they're not unripe. I've had Hass avocados and they didn't ripen evenly. I'm not unripe. I mean that they ripen evenly. So we'll see. Do any of you out there have a Hass avocado where the avocados actually ripened evenly? Let me know. Let me know how that is. So this is a first time this year experience. I'm getting a lot. I've gotten a couple last year, but a good amount. Persimmons are coming in. And here's this is a great situation about this video. There's another persimmon. So I have 3 persimmon trees on this tree. There's only 2 here. My tree in the front might have 10 on there. And so that's a good situation here. Well, it's not a great situation, but I'm going to have to do something eventually. But I have my orange sherbet tree here, which has grown really big. I have my Hass avocado here. I can keep the Hass much smaller. Most likely we'll cut both of those trees back. But right in the middle is the persimmon. And I've only saw persimmon trees up north, and they were really, really big. This one is really slow grower. Behind there's the Mamey tree, but it has more than enough room on the other side. So if it came down to it, I'm waiting to see how the persimmons are. And I'll wait to see how the Hass is. If I have to move one of them, I will. And depending on how the persimmon fruits and how my avocados look, the avocado I wouldn't, unless they're really uneven, if they are, I would probably cut it back and top work another avocado on there. But you can keep avocados pretty small. The persimmon you can keep pretty small. And that orange sherbet, mango, you can keep a decent size. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, but just another example of planting too close. I haven't had any experiences with moving persimmons yet, so I don't know how that would be. However, I am not moving it because I got nowhere to put it. So let me look at some of my other trees here. This is my first time really back here since last night when it was raining a lot. I have some stuff in pots here, and they're looking well. I didn't even move the pots. This is an ice cream mango, and my avocados looking well. My Simmons avocado, loving it, looking great, and my jackfruit behind there. Yeah, everything's looking good. I think everything's loving the rain, because after it rains like this, you come out here and everything's like a lot bigger. So really cool stuff. I'm going to show you one more thing since I'm here that might interest you, might not. So I have 2 pumpkin mameys. Pumpkin mamey is supposed to be this new dwarf mamey that's out that people are excited about. And we just passed one of them, but the other mamey tree is over here. And the other day I had the person here who sold this to me. So that's the other mamey, this pumpkin mamey, this so-called dwarf mamey tree. And I'm going to show you the graft. And I'm not sure, maybe you and my viewers can help me out here and help me figure it out. But the graft is kind of weird. So I don't know if the root stock is growing or it's the graft. Let me turn the camera on and show you. Okay, so here is the rootstock of this. So you can see here the graft. See the graft right there. This looks like it might be part of the original root stock. So I'm not sure. How does that look to everybody? So this definitely looks like the graft to me. That might be part of the rootstock. Now the good news is the graft part's growing really nice and tall. If I have to cut off the roots part, I will. Or maybe I'll get a good extra mamey. So we'll see. Always questioning when you're in the garden. Questions. And no problems, only solutions, right? Anyway, here's the sugar apple that I cut back. That's doing nice. Nothing's doing too bad here. So we're supposed to get another night of heavy winds. We'll see how that is, but I'm just thankful it wasn't worse here. And again, my heart goes out to those of you that are dealing with it right now. We have some friends in Sarasota that have a big farm, and they get online often, and they have a good website. So they're in Sarasota, Sakata Groves, and they're right in the middle of it, so we hope they're okay. And yeah, let's put your comments or questions below. Thank you for that tip. I wanted to make that tip about the staking the trees. Just learned that. And this rain is really making everything take off, which is a good thing. That's good. All right, everybody. Until then, have a great day. And I got some cool videos coming up about planting trees too close and the stuff I've learned and what I'm doing to rectify that situation. I'll be posting them in the next couple of days. Until then, everybody have a great day and keep growing.